Missed out on breakfast? Fret not. It's never too late to grab a bite.
All right, Breakfast Bites today presents, does your job prepare you to lead? This is from the Ask ST Jobs series on the Straits Times website. Specifically, the question that is posed is, how do I know if a role gives me the exposure needed to progress further? First thoughts.
Yeah, that's a very interesting question because I think a lot of jobs prepare to do stuff, but not really to manage people.
That's correct, yeah. So, according to experts, companies with flatter hierarchies and with a culture of letting employees take ownership of projects or product lines tend to provide earlier leadership opportunities and faster progressions. Large companies typically offer leadership development programs, rotational assignments, which also allow employees to gain broad exposure to people management and budgeting responsibilities at an early stage. That being said, Ryan, the employee has a lot of responsibility as well. Those hoping to rise up the ranks can also indicate their motivation and readiness to pursue leadership responsibilities by volunteering to help lead projects that involve managing major changes, like migrating to new systems of operations or M&A initiatives, especially if these projects lie well within one's technical capabilities.
Yeah, it's a tricky one to balance because you could volunteer, you could get exposure, but whether you can do it to the expectations or the standards required is another question altogether. Do people respond to you? Do you know how to get the best from everyone? So there are a lot of factors involved. I think underlying it is, do you have the leadership traits, and can those traits be nurtured?
Yeah, so we work in a rather unique industry in radio broadcasting. What would you say for you have been, avenues to grow your leadership skills?
Wow, I think there are projects, of course, like you mentioned, that gives you a chance to work first with a lot of people, and then people with wide range of skills as well as experience. So you kind of have to know how to deal with egos in a sense and get the best from them and get everybody on the same page, Make sure they are not in conflict. They are going with the flow of things and working towards the same prize. So you get the sense of knowing how to get everyone motivated in that direction. So I think you can learn a bit, but I think it's a long journey of constant learning because there are so many different aspects of leadership you need to be able to manage or grapple with.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Some experts actually say that issues like a lack of succession planning or renewal can prevent deserving talent from getting into a position that allows them to show their leadership chops.
Yeah, that really strikes me as well in the sense that you might be a good leader, you might know how to lead, but people might not respond to you because they don't respect your authority or whatever reason they might not want to listen to you.
Exactly. So specifically instances where companies have more people in top and middle management positions, which makes it more challenging for younger employees to progress into their desired roles. This, in fact, reminds me of the way Jeff Bezos conducts meetings. We discussed this before. He mentioned that in meetings, he always allows the juniors to speak their mind first so that they don't feel discouraged to share their ideas if superiors have spoken before them.
Right. So in that sense, you need someone to set you up. And in that sense, the senior leader to put you in a position for you to be respected as a leader as well.
Yeah, that's right. So if employees feel they've missed out on a promotion opportunity, they can also, according to experts, consider searching for another employer who will give them a chance to take up the responsibilities that prepare one for leadership. But in doing so, they will need to search for job openings with scopes that include some level of managerial responsibility, like managing teams or a given budget. And to ensure the role provides you with the leadership exposure you want, ask targeted questions during the job interview, right? Don't just assume what the employer is trying to sell you is going to be what you're actually going to be doing.
I have to say, a lot of people don't want to be leaders as well. I know folks who have declined promotions in order to avoid having to rise up, become a manager, because they just want to do the job and they enjoy the job. They don't enjoy the administration side of things.
Yeah, I suppose it depends on what your goals are in life, right? If you don't have a family and if you're flying solo, then you can afford to probably just stay where you are, right? Status quo. Questions that you could ask during interviews: what is my role in budgeting and forecasting processes? What is the team structure? How many direct reports would I have? What level of autonomy does the position have when it comes to making a decision for the team? So the answers to these questions can help confirm whether the role offers hands-on exposure for you to build leadership competencies. And at the same time, the interviewer will be able to assess your career motivations and readiness to determine your fit for the role. But as you rightly said, Ryan, depends on what your motivations are. If you're not interested, then don't ask those questions.
All right, takes many parts to come together.